show you how great I am.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
And I'm better now. I'm experienced now, professional.
G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. All social media is in the description box, and please hit that bell icon so you be notified when I drop that heat. This video is sponsored by my boy Fast Classic. His mixtape is in the description box. It is absolutely free. Definitely give him a download, give him a listen. And this video is sponsored by my boy Matt. Definitely check his apparel out on IG at We All From. Now, the rumors is flying around like crazy. Sergey Kovalev, and I think it's his mandatory now, Anthony Yarde, could possibly be going down in June or July in Sergey Kovalev's backyard of Russia. That's huge. Like, we've been hearing Sergey Kovalev and Anthony Yarde being mentioned in the same sentence for a couple of months, but not in Sergey Kovalev's backyard. Like, when I heard that, I was like, damn, like, they must be throwing some major coin at Anthony Yarde for him to be willing to travel all the way to Russia to get this fight. And from what I've been told, is a couple $1 million. So if it's a couple $1 million, I'm going to Russia too. So I could definitely dig it if that's the case for Anthony Yarde. But basically, the rumors is flying around because Bob Arum did a interview, and it's funny. It's funny with Bob Arum because he said that Sergey Kovalev was talking about fighting Anthony Yarde in Russia, but Bob Arum was like, I don't know who Anthony Yarde is, and I've never seen him fight. Like, I was cracking up laughing. I was like, wow. I was just like, he don't know him from a can of paint, but he know the business though. He know the news. Like, he know that fight getting ready to happen. But with Anthony Yarde being the mandatory, basically, that's a tough spot for Anthony Yarde to be in. It's a very tough spot for Anthony Yarde to be in because Frank Warren has been bringing Anthony Yarde along very, very slowly. Like, his opponents has not been quality, and I think if you left it up to Frank Warren, I think he would have kept this pace for the next probably 2 years before he would have moved Anthony Yarde up. And I know I've done videos in the past saying that they need to move Anthony Yarde up. Now, is Anthony Yarde ready for Sergey Kovalev? We don't know. Like, we don't know. Like, it looks like we're going to find out, but we don't know. At the end of the day, we've never seen Anthony Yarde take a shot. We've never seen him go up against anybody that's going to stand there and give him some resistance. We've never seen it. Can Anthony Yarde beat Sergey Kovalev? Sure he can. Sure he can. You know, you got the young gun with the physical attributes versus the older guy that's, you know, been through some wars and been through some situations. But, you know, he's on the back half of his career. And, you know, for those reasons, Anthony Yarde could definitely win this fight. He has a speed advantage. You know, he has the athleticism to give Sergey Kovalev problems. He has a lot of things going for himself physically, and he just has that young, youthful energy. But just because Anthony Yarde is the mandatory does not mean he have to take the fight. Like, he can turn down the fight and continue to develop and go on his journey to becoming a better fighter with better competition. There's a lot of fighters that Anthony Yarde can fight that would give him a test, but he will be favored to win. But if they're willing to send him all the way out to Russia, I don't know if that's a situation where it's almost like it's too much money to turn down, or they don't know if they're going to be able to get this opportunity because they think Anthony Yarde might lose to somebody on the road to trying to get a title shot. So it's an interesting proposition. If I was Anthony Yarde, people, like me personally, if the fight was anywhere but Russia, I would take the fight. But the fact that he's going out to Russia, he's gonna have to put Sergey Kovalev on a stretcher. Like, he's going to knock him out in order to win a fight. Like, he's going to knock him out in order to win a fight. Like, it's crazy that he's considering going out there to Russia. But I mean, if they're offering him a couple $1 million, I get it. I understand it. And as far as Sergey Kovalev is concerned, I'm pretty sure he wants to fight other people other than Anthony Yarde. So I'm pretty sure this is a mandatory situation for Sergey Kovalev. But if the Sergey Kovalev shows up and fights the way he did in his last fight with Buddy McGirt in his corner, Anthony Yarde getting knocked the fuck out. Like, I'm letting you know that right now. Like, Sergey Kovalev in his last fight, I haven't seen him fight like that in a while. Constant jab. He was switching the speeds up with his punches. He wasn't overloading on his shots. He was defensively responsible, and he just slowly and methodically just put it down the whole fight. And he didn't tire himself out either. He looked like he was in good shape, and he just fought a masterful fight with Buddy McGirt in his corner. If that Kovalev shows up, it's going to be a long night for Anthony Yarde and anybody else at 175, to keep it honest with you. Sergey Kovalev, he beats anybody if he fights like that on any given night. But it's an interesting fight. You know, the older guy versus the young gun. You know, for Anthony Yarde's sake, I hope it's not in Russia. But, I mean, if he got to travel out there, it is what it is. But it just completely goes against how they've been building Anthony Yarde up. But, you know, you got to jump in the water at some point. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.